So hold on.
Hashtag bits for buns.
All right. I'm also going to get rid of myself because I want to make sure that you guys can see everything just fine. I'll make it nice and big on screen. Okay. Destiny 2 Development Update 1.11.18. Game Director Christopher Barrett. Hey everyone, at the end of last year I made a promise that I would update you on our plans for Destiny 2. The team has been hard at work and we're ready to share with you where we are headed. We used to wait to talk about game updates until we were certain we could meet our deadlines to avoid letting players down if we changed our plans. No longer. We're not just listening, we're doing. Please keep in mind that the further we make promises, the more they are subject to change. With that caveat,
Hashtag bits for buns.
here are plans. Shenanigans! Thank you for the bits as well. And YouTube is nasty. Destiny 2 content categories. Oh, goodness gracious. One thing we want is to set clear expectations for, is which categories of content are available to everyone each season, and which are exclusive to Destiny 2 expansions. Expansions are purchasable updates that typically add new story, destinations, and gear, as well as a new Crucible, Strike, and Raid Layer content. Seasons introduce content that is made available to all players Destiny 2 at no additional cost. So there you go. Destiny 2. Expansions, cons purchase, campaign and strikes, destination, rewards, Raid Layer, maps, exotic, legendary gear. Seasons. Content is available to all D2 players. Iron Banner, faction rallies, seasonal reputation rewards, endgame playlist, seasonal events, new features and updates. Eververse, electively purchased or earned, customization items, boons, and emotes. Iron Banner, faction rallies, and their rewards will be available to everyone as part of Season 2. Additionally, going forward, we are making a change that new seasonal rewards from Crucible, Strikes, and Trials of the Nine will be available to all players as well. Faction Rallies returns on January 16th, and Iron Banner will be back in the rotation on January 30th. Eververse. We recognize that the scales are tipped too far towards tests at the moment, and Eververse was never intended to be the substitute for endgame content and rewards. We're making 3 changes for upcoming seasons. 1. We're shifting a balance of new content in favor of activity rewards over Bright Engrams. This includes adding ghosts, sparrows, and ships to date found in Bright Engrams to achievement reward pools. We will provide a gameplay path to earn Bright Engrams and all contained rewards, including event Engrams. We'll give players more direct purchase options and make adjustments to Bright Engrams to allow players to get the items they want more often. We've begun implementing these changes for Crimson Days event beginning February 13th, with even more changes on the way in Season 3. Completing Nightfall, Raid, and Crimson Days milestones during Crimson Days will reward you with an exclusive legendary emote, weapon skin, and exotic sparrow, respectively. Players will earn double engrams at level up, 1 Crimson Engram and 1 Illuminated Engram for the duration of the event. Fuck yes. Crimson Engrams can also drop from completing the Crimson Days match and for including the Crimson Days milestone on each character. Each Crimson Engram is very strongly weighted to new rewards when decrypted until all new event items have been obtained. That is fan-fucking-tastic news. So that means that you're no longer going to be capped at fucking, what, 7 engrams without spending any money? You can knock that out in a day now. Okay, XP rates. We are still investigating changes to XP earn rates. Our goal with any updates to experience are transparency and consistency experience gain regardless of your preferred activity. Right now, it is too slow in general and lopsided towards grinding specific activities, which is not a fun grind. And we want to fix that without making those activities low value to players who aren't grinding them. Fairness is cool. Our first attempt turned out to be unworkably buggy, so we're having to investigate other angles. We will continue to update you as we move forward. Future roadmap. Oh, goodness. Okay. These are the IC Masterwork armors, so hold on. There are 3 releases we want to put on your radar right now. Later releases will get more specific dates as they get closer. The following content and features will be available to all D2 players regardless of expansion ownership. January 30th update. Masterwork armor. We are expanding the Masterwork system to include armor. Masterwork armor provides increased damage reduction while using your super. You can reroll the armor stat type on Masterwork armor, and similar to Masterwork weapons. You can upgrade a piece of armor to Masterwork by spending Masterwork cores and legendary shards. So... wait, hold on. You can reroll the armor stat type. So there's an extra stat that we get as well. So like we'll get an extra recovery or something like that. I'm okay with that, but it's random, it sounds like, so you have to re-roll for it. Awesome. So that way people can finally get 10 recovery if they want to in any class, if that is their so desire. That's what I imagine that meaning. I don't really know, though. Raid reward rework. We are updating raid rewards to make them more unique and interesting. This will now feature mods with raid-specific perks, and we are adjusting the rewards to ensure a raid item drops for each major encounter. The raid vendor will also directly sell Leviathan and Eater of World armor and weapons for purchase of the raid tokens and legendary shards. I'm happy I'm keeping my shit. We are also adding a new ghost with raid-specific perks that has a chance to drop the Leviathan and Eater of Worlds final encounters. We intend to return to creating more raid and other activity unique rewards in the future. Awesome. February update. Hey, strike scoring. High score tracking. Strike scoring is coming to Nightfall when replacing the current time limit mechanic. The scoring is similar to the SD1 system, but with the adjustments to emphasize competitive execution of strike objectives and support for player-selectable score modifiers. In February, Nightfall high scores will be exposed in-game via new emblems and will unlock rewards. We also have plans for clan and community high scores in the work. That's kick fucking ass. That's awesome. Drink my water. Mods 2.0. Work is underway on a full rework of armor and weapon mods. This will focus on reducing redundant mods, more unique theming, and greatly increasing their impact on your power. We are aiming for a February release, but the scope of the rework could push parts or all of it out to early spring. We'll be evaluating how mods play in the Bright Engram economy as a result, because we're sensitive to pay-to-win outcomes. Quick play improvements. We are adjusting game mode rules to increase the pace of gameplay and power ammo acquisition in quick play. PC Tower Chat. We are adding text chat to the tower for PC versus the game. Exotic repetition reduction. This will prevent players from receiving the same exotic twice in a row. You may still receive duplicates, just not as consecutively, as that happened fucking earlier. Fireteam members on destination map. You will finally be able to see the other members for your fireteam on the destination map. No more having to ask your fireteam where they went when they fast travel in their landing zone. Thank God. 2018. Spring. We are taking the time we need in development of Expansion 2 that will allow us to react to player feedback from Curse of Osiris. In the coming months, we'll talk to you more about what you can expect to find in Destiny 2's next story. The team is eager to show you what they've been working on. Independent of Expansion 2, the team will deliver a number of new features that will be released before or during Season 3. Every player of Destiny 2 will receive new content in the following categories. Okay. This is interesting. Beginning with Season 3, we'll introduce seasonal Crucible ranks. There will be two different types of ranks for players to pursue. Valor, a progression rank that goes up as you complete matches. Winning helps you move up faster, but there are no lost penalties. Glory, a progression rank that goes up when you win and down when you lose. Performance is how you move up here. That's also awesome. Private matches. Private matches are coming to all players of Destiny 2 and will be available to invite their friends to play on the map and mode of their choosing. Nice. I still want custom matches. Like, I love this, but what will make me pursue, like, playing Crucible privately is not just having it be private. I want to set guns. I want to set specifics to the map. Like, you know, I want more control than what they give me. So this is cool for competitive, but I think that for me as, like, a casual player, I want to be able to do more here. So this is great for PvP players. Who are of the more serious variety and who want to have tournaments and such. But I also really hope that we will be able to have more in the future. I saw that. I scrolled back up. I was going to get to it. 6v6. We are bringing 6v6 PvG Destiny 2 Edition to the current 4v4 game modes. Fuck yeah. Mayhem will return as a limited time event during Destiny 3 and going forward. Fuck yeah. We are making some changes to make quitting less common and behind-the-scenes security improvements to help improve the overall Crucible experience. Awesome. Additional highlights. Weapon ability balance pass. Sandbox adjustments based on player feedback and data from the live game. The Sandbox team will share specific changes as we lead up to Season 3. Exotic weapon and armor balance pass. Exotic weapons and armor are receiving a comprehensive design pass to ensure they stand out from the rest of the gear and offer new, exciting, powerful ways to play. That was a surprise belch. Seasonal reputation. Specific vendors will now display a seasonal ranking. Earning reputation will unlock seasonal rewards and will reset each season. Awesome. Improved Iron Banner and faction rallies. In addition to the changes that you will see when Iron Banner and Faction Rallies return this month, we will continue iterating on these to make them unique, exciting experiences that you will all look forward to. Playlist rep reduction. This feature solves a problem of experiencing the same playlist entry multiple times in consecutive or frequent succession for both Crucibles and Strikes. Oh, I read that as reputation. I'm stupid. Repetition. Okay, so sweet. That's also amazing. End game player pursuits. We agree with your feedback on the imbalance between achievement and Bright Engram rewards. We're making adjustments to shift more rewards to specific endgame pursuits instead of generic XP grinding for Bright Engrams. We are excited to share the details as soon as we have them worked out. Multi-emotes. When multi-emote launches, you'll be able to choose which emote you have equipped to each of your 4 emote slots. Fuck yes. I want that. I want that now. Vault space. We are targeting an additional 50 slots to player vaults. We don't believe just adding more space is a complete solution and are actively working on other changes to reduce load on your vault space. We are adding an exotic accessory tab to vault collections so you'll no longer need to spend vault space on exotic ships, sparrows, and ghosts. Thank God. Okay, great. That's also amazing. Awesome. Awesome. Does that mean those exotics, if I get duplicates, or if I dismantle them, I won't get a... I mean, 50 can be enough when they're taking all the exotics we have and making them into collections. It definitely helps out. I think they need more than 50, because I think that the biggest problem is mods and shaders, but they're already working on mods. Shaders, I don't know. I don't think 50 is that big of a deal. Personal opinion, this hot take, if you have that many things that you need to have in your vaults, you probably need to learn how to consolidate. Just being honest. Just saying. Might need to pick and choose things you want to keep. PC Clan Chat. In addition to the Tower Chat that's targeted in February, we are adding Clan Chat to the PC version of the game. Heroic Strike changes. We are releasing modifiers. Cool, we already knew that. That's awesome. Fall 2018 or sooner. We're working on a lot more that we're not quite ready to discuss. Expect more on the small sample of items in the future. Item collections and records, weapon slot and archetype improvements, additional Crucible playlist, e.g. Rumble, better clan rewards, masterwork exotics, pinnacle weapon and gear improvements, Trials of the Night improvements, shaders and dismantling, the future of guided games, address solo versus fireteam matchmaking. One final note. Expect to hear more from us via BungieNet, Twitch, and social media. We'll be talking to you more directly and more often as promised. I want to thank our community for all the passionate and detailed feedback you provided. It's critical to our ability to continually improve Destiny, so thank you. Talk to you soon. Christopher Barrett, CG Barrett on Twitter. That's a lot to unpack. This is fantastic. In my opinion, I obviously want to know more about how they're going to make the game more intriguing to play in the long run. You know, rebalancing those end game rewards. I'm incredibly interested in that. But they're addressing a lot of stuff here. Where to start? Frick. I guess I'll just use this as litmus. It's a start. I think it's more than a start, personally. I think it's a very good step forward. There's a lot of fantastic things coming. I would say what we had earlier with Masterwork Weapons, that was a start. This is more than a start. Like, this is... I guess I don't want to diminish what they're doing, because there is a lot of shit. And these are, minus like the spring stuff, but if we're not even like taking into account the truly unknowns, the changes to Eververse are basically exactly what people asked for, minus removing it. But the truth is, there is no way to remove it. If you want them to remove Eververse, I think you're silly. Having no microtransactions, cool, but then the gear that is inside of Eververse simply wouldn't exist. So having more ways to earn that shit, and then taking out a bunch of it and sticking it back in the game, that's great. One change I'd still make is the ability to directly purchase more things, which they mentioned, but I want to know what that means. Do they mean with Bright Dust? Do they mean weekly? Or do they mean spending actual money and not on silver? If they explain that more, this could be the exact Eververse that I envision and want. Cool. So then, Crimson Days, they already mentioned that you're going to get 2 engrams every level up, a Crimson, and an Illuminated. So you're going to get double rewards, basically, throughout the entirety of the event. And then the Crimson Engrams are going to be biased towards giving you new things until you have all of the items in there. So that's also pretty fucking awesome. So I think this is great. If you want to make Eververse a thing, go ham on the rewards you get. Make it more deterministic in the purchase options you have. And then make sure events are rewarding. And it sounds like they're doing all those things. So I don't mind if Crimson Days rewards are a lot more Engram based, because it sounds like we're going to be getting a lot more of the Engrams. So just by participating, you'll hopefully be able to get those things quickly. I won't know, but I'm very optimistic in comparison. Like this line alone, because I know how much I play when I want to, I get a shit ton of Engrams. Like, you know, that plus the extra Engrams you get every week. You know, the extra 3. That's fine. TWAB is very lacking. It's because it's not this. Like, if you want... there's a reason why they were separated. This week of Bungie is not this. Continuing. XP rates. I'm happy they're addressing it. I don't think it's that bad, but I also play a lot. I am not someone who, you know... I feel like this is hard for me. This is much more difficult for those who maybe don't have the time investment that I have. So I don't think my opinion is very fair on XP rates. So I'm just happy to looking into it for those who very much, you know, all that kind of stuff. I know, Carrion, they're separate. I was just mentioning that. Yeah, there's one for this, because they, like I said, they want to make them very separated. They wanted to make sure people didn't jump on the TWAB being like, shit, not in the... And then, you know, it's separated feedback. So that's all well and grand. So, the roadmap. The 30th update. So Masterwork Armor, where reduced damage, or increased damage reduction while using your super. It's good for roaming supers. It's kind of hard for Nova Bomb and for Tether, I feel, but it's still nice. And then I guess it sounds like we'll get one of a free stat. So that'll be 5 free stats we can allocate, so everyone can have 10 recovery if they want to. The raid reward rework. So we're gonna have raid specific mods and perks. So I'm very excited for that. I want to see what it is. I wish it was here right now. What I would recommend is you should absolutely start saving your raid tokens, because you'll be able to buy specific gear. And I'm very curious to see what that is. But yeah, that's great. So if you are doing a raid, or if you have a lot of or if you have a lot of raid tokens, save them. Because then Benedict is going to act like a normal vendor, and you can purchase what you want. Which is, once again, fantastic. It's what I wanted out of a token system, is to be able to choose what I want when I don't have things. A big complaint, one I don't have, but is still very vocal, is people did not like the Nightfall timer. They're changing it. They're going back to strike scoring, so you want to hit is like you know, quote-unquote gold for the Nightfall strike, whatever that means, and then you get all your rewards, or a bonus reward. So they're changing it back to the way it was, since folks preferred that. I'm curious if there will still be a half-hour timer to complete it. I suppose we'll see. Mods 2.0. Full rework of mods. I don't have much to say other than I really want them to knock it out of the park. Please make mods incredibly interesting. I really want them to be. I want to have really, like... I want to have conversations where we deep dive together into what is good and bad mod sets to have with a specific build. Because currently, it pretty much doesn't matter. I kind of just go with flat stats, whether it's like recovery, mobility, or resilience, or like reload speed. Just because those things seem like they're the best. And they don't even impact things that much. So, I really, really hope that whatever they decide to go on is not bad. And I hope that it's intrinsically more fun to participate in. So, fingers crossed. But I need to know what they're doing before I can get too excited about it. Changes to quick play. So increase the pace of gameplay and power ammo acquisition. So I wonder if that means there'll be more power ammo or less, or I wonder if power ammo is going to be like old power ammo where people are near it, everyone gets it. That would definitely make games go by faster, I feel. So tower chat, people wanted that. They're getting it. Exotic repetition reduction, thank God. Fire teams on your map, thank God. And then spring. So it's, I guess probably towards the start of Season 3, you know, whenever Expansion 2 hits, we'll have all that conversation. But Season 3 is where you're going to get your ranked Crucible. You're going to have kind of like your casual grind where you will get rewards just by playing a whole bunch. And then you can do competitive matches to earn glory, which you go up and down. I don't know if they're going to have anything attached to glory, though. We'll see. I'm very excited to see what the rewards are. It looks like you have like an emblem that changes based on your rank, which is kind of cool. We'll see how that kind of ends up. So for people who care a lot, it's pretty badass. It might actually make me want to play better. Because I really liked, I liked grinding doubles with my buddy Matt Friesen. We would play ranked doubles, and I think Halo 3. And I think we got as high as the 40s, and top was 50. And we kind of got stuck. So, but I liked it. It was fun. I liked having my little banner being like, I'm an above average player.
There's too much history there.
I liked it. Private matches, cool. Competitive folks who care about throwing tournaments and stuff. There you go. Still sad, no spectating. 6v6, awesome. I think if they make more changes to quick play about like power ammo and stuff like that, that could be great. So I hope so. Mayhem event. So Mayhem, is it? Oh, so it's once a season, Mayhem. Okay. I'm just excited it's coming back. It wasn't like a very, you know, special thing. It's not just like a one-time off for the Dawning. Fixes to quitting and just improving the experience. Sandbox changes to weapons, abilities, exotics. Awesome. Vendors are going to have start having seasonal specific rewards, so I imagine that's going to involve, you know, probably more ornaments for their gear and whatnot. We'll have to wait and see. I hope that's for like the EDZ and stuff, because I'm going to farm out a Jensum Knight set like nobody's business. Spring for the next Sandbox update? It appears so. It appears that spring 2018 is when this is scheduled. So it looks like for now, we will be having the weapons and abilities and exotics are going to remain until the spring. I'm sad about that. I think they should be a little faster on the draw there, even if they break something. But that is my personal opinion. But yeah. What are we talking about? Group snipers and shotguns back in the energy slot. Is that game breaking? I mean, yeah, it absolutely would be in this game. The game is balanced around primary play in the two slots. Bringing in shotguns and snipers that you spawn in and have ammo for would make it to where you would not fight at the ranges primaries would give you. And if you did, you'd lose all the time to the energy snipers and shotguns. I think it's just what you want. Like, I get that you want to snipe, but then it just turns into everyone sniping. Like, I don't disagree that there needs to be changes to the weapon economy, but I don't think that is the super simple solution. I think that is a solution, if they went with, would require an insane amount of retooling. Especially if they didn't change the strength of things like shotguns and snipers, then yeah, there would be literally no point in using any other weapons aside from specials. If you could have an Acreus in your special slot, why would you need anything else? I mean, that would be fun for a little while, and then it'd be like, oh, cool, everyone's using Acreus, and everyone always has ammo for it. So it just becomes stupid, you know? Point being is I think it's complicated. And I think if you say, just do this, you're oversimplifying it. And if you really think it's that easy, go apply at Bungie, work there, and then fucking make it happen, dude. Please, put your money where your mouth is. I'm not a game designer. That's fine. But I mean, at least, like, I think you have to tackle all the angles. I think it's important to understand the repercussions of the changes you make. You know? For example, if you did that, and you thought to yourself, okay, now I have snipers and shotguns in my energy slot, how does that impact my first slot with kinetic weapons? Even if people didn't have ammo at the start, they would just sit and wait for special every time. That's what they would do. They really wouldn't engage with primaries. Like, that's the whole thing, dude. Like, would you then have special boxes and power ammo? Because then, yeah, people just sit and, like, they sit for special. That's all they did in Destiny 1 once they changed the special economy in that game. That's just how things work. And maybe that's what you want, but I don't think that's necessarily what's good for the game as a whole. I'm not saying what we have is the best, and there isn't something to work towards, but I certainly don't think that people sitting and waiting for special was any more engaging or any different than people just spawning in with it. It just meant they didn't engage for the first 15 seconds, picked up special, and then fought. You know? Remember every bad Crucible meta in D1 is still better than D2 Crucible? I heavily disagree, Wolf. You kidding me? You're allowed that opinion. Like, absolutely. But I feel like that... Do you know how much I heard about how much people hated the Thorn? They hated the last word. How shotguns were bullshit. Like, I heard way more complaints about the weapons in Destiny 1 being unbalanced than Destiny 2. Granted, I think you had more exciting moments in Destiny 1 because you were a more powerful Guardian. But, like, I don't know, man. I think a lot of it's preference. Like, it's a toughie. I don't feel like, I definitely want to be stronger as a single guard in Destiny 2. Don't get me wrong. But to be like, Destiny 1 Crucible was always better in every way, shape, and form. Like, I really hated Thorn and Last Word meta. And I was good with the Last Word, too. I could two-tap people pretty damn consistently. But it wasn't super fun to always just get two-tapped by a Thorn, and then the person would run away and I would die. Like, you know? No game is perfect, but please just make sure to keep your nostalgia in check, I feel, you know? And if you love Destiny 1's Crucible meta that much, it is still there. There is still a player base. I highly recommend you go and play it. Sincerely. If you enjoy it that much, go play something you like to play, you know? And then maybe eventually Destiny 2 will be the game you want to play. Until then, like, I don't know what to tell you. Don't play D2 Crucible, like, ever, if you don't like it that much. Just waste your time. Why are the best PvP players in their game playing D1 Crucible today, then? I don't fucking know, Wolf. That's a loaded question. That's like asking why are the best PvEers playing the D1 raids the other day, because they fucking felt like it. I don't know. I could not tell you. But Wolf, like, you just... I get it. You don't like Destiny 2 Crucible. But, like, citing stuff like that, it's real petty, in my opinion. You know? It just seems like you're just like, I don't know. It's a petty thing to point out. Because they like it? I don't know. There's things I like about both. I'm a casual Crucible player, but I don't know. Like I said, if you think you can do better, and I don't mean this in a mean way, then go play Destiny 1 or go work at Bungie. Simple as that. You know what's low? That's the point. Is it though? It sounds like you just want to shit talk. Like it's not constructive in any way, shape, or form. To me, it's just like you just keep saying the Destiny 1's better. Then just go fucking play it. I don't know what to tell you. It's not a conversation at this point, right? We know it's bad. Like once again, we know you're dealing in like facts. This is what I can't. This is what I can't stand. I don't like people who lump everyone else in together and act as if it's fact. You know, Destiny, let's say, hashtag Destiny's dead, because I don't play anymore, therefore nobody plays it. Like, fucking get over yourself. Come on, man. Also, everyone, just calm down. No need to throw swears and words at each other. But just it's just one of those things to where it is your opinion and you're entitled to it. What I can't stand by is for you to then lump everyone else into your opinion and say it is fact. That is something I just can't stand. Ever. Because I think it's a huge problem in current societal discussion, you know, about anything. Is people get lumped into groups, and then opinions rated as fact, and then vitriol is abounded. Can't handle it. I'm just saying in general, there's some people who I think are running a little hot, you know. Just dial it back a little bit. But I will say, like, if you're a Crucible player, I don't... It sounds like if you don't like the way the Crucible plays, period, like, if you have... There's no redeeming value, I would recommend don't play it. Just don't. Until it's the game you want it to be, just move on. Play something else. Play a different competitive shooter. Overwatch just released their Overwatch League. That was on TV yesterday? I think it was actually on TV. Other great shooters out there, go play one of those, if that's like your fix. But I think for those who do enjoy the Crucible, the changes they're making are fantastic. I wish sandbox changes were faster. I'd like time to kill be a bit higher, but I can be patient. You know? All that kind of stuff. Okay. Season Reputation, we were talking about that. Iron Banner Faction Rallies. We're going to return this month. Faction Rally is next week. No, it was Crimson Days next week. Faction Rally is next week, that's right. The 16th? Is that right? I think that's right. Sorry. Oh.
I don't want to be the one who tells the executor about this.
And then the 30th, right? The week of the 30th? Yeah, the week of the 30th is the Iron Banner, so 2 weeks after Faction Rally, so the week of the 23rd, sweet. The week of Monster Hunter, I don't gotta worry about anything coming out. Iron Banner, I might play a little bit, but I'm big on Monhun. I just want to get my, my helmet for my Warlock. Is that right? Is that what I need? I need the helmet? I can't remember what I need. I need something. Maybe it's a class item. Pants? Something. Get all of my ornaments, and then probably call it a day with Iron Banner. They're going to be addressing the balance between achievement bright engrams. We already talked about that earlier. Multi-emote, I'm fucking excited for that, just because finally I can map different things. I like how we have a permanently mapped dance emote that we can't change, and they have another one that could be a dance. So I just like, I don't like my default dance. Give me a better dance. I want to have a different dance in there. Ugh. Vault space, people were complaining about that. I think it's fine, especially because we're adding the collections. If you're a collector, I understand. You want to be able to collect everything. But, I don't know. I understand the desire and want, but I also understand having a limit on how many things you can have. Like, it makes things more, at least to me, a little bit more interesting. Like, I like being able to collect everything, but I also don't need everything. The things that I want to keep, I have space for. For example, full set of red gear, I can have my character in my vault. I think if they fixed the way shaders and mods worked, and my 250 slots were just weapons and armor, it'd be fine. But right now, what I don't like is how I have to shove shaders and shit in there because I have too many shaders to fit on myself. Same with mods. But yeah, you are welcome to have your 10 Uriel's gifts. Congratulations. Go for it. PC Clan Chat, along with Tower Chat. Coming. Soon. Spring. Rogue Strike Challenges, some modifiers for the strikes. Then Fall 2018, we already talked about this. Just a lot of extra stuff. Item collections and records. Especially because we're already talking about collections coming back. So hopefully, eventually, that vault space situation will be fully resolved. I'm assuming record books are coming back, if that's what that means. Weapon slot and archetype improvements, so I'm curious what that means. if they're going to be retooling the kinetic energy power or not. More playlists, better clan rewards, master exotics, pinnacle weapon and gear improvements. I almost feel like they should just come as Masterworks. That's just kind of how I feel about it. So I think pinnacle weapon and gear improvements is like raid stuff. So like end game activity rewards improvements. Those are gonna be even better. Trials improvements, shaders and dismantling. See, I'm sad that this is gonna be just sometime this year in fall, or hopefully before fall. Because like how many shaders I have is really fucking frustrating, and I can't get rid of them quickly. Like the ones I don't want to use. You know? Yeah, they'll be talking more. I don't know. I'm excited. Let me open up the tweets for the actual TWAB.
Okay.
You know? Where is it?
Oops. Well,
Where is it? I can't find it.
To a rock July.
Oh, look at that resub. Clint Hardwood, welcome back. I love you. Should be able to solo kill super easily, shut one down with a Rocket Rackrus. Why not? It's a power weapon. I feel like if you die to a power weapon when you're in your super, I almost feel like you got outplayed. You should have just not used your super in that moment. That's the development update. Come on, why am I not finding this TWAB? Everyone's tweeting about the development update. Alright, let me just go directly to their website then. Hopefully it's there.
This is great.
Hey, there it is. Yep. Boop. Forecasting future updates, which is, I believe, the... Yep, that's the development thing. Our weekly blog address is back from its winter nap. We hope you all had a happy holidays, joy to the dawning while it lasted. Speaking of the dawning, we got a lot of feedback about how it could have been better, along with a lot of ideas for Destiny 2. Buckle up and get ready to read, because we've taken the feedback and turned into a plan of future updates. The dev update. Reddit. That's the same. Turn to the factions. Read the dev update. Your favorite faction leaders are coming back to the tower next week. They'll welcome every Destiny player on every platform. Turn faction versus plane. Special prize will hang in the balance. 16th and 23rd. I already got it, guys. Thank you, though. Pledge your loyalty to your faction's bidding, earn rewards, step forward, and be counted. Season 2 brings new armor ornaments you can earn along with the base gear. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. So, future work called Auto Rifle. Once your reward totals have been counted, the winning faction of the Wavering Glimmer. Alright, so it's the Auto Rifle. Auto Rifle. Auto Rifle. More than likely, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you, this is probably what's gonna win if it's just the weapons. That is like it's a high RPM. I think it's a 900. That is a, what's it called? Hake auto. Not a lot of folks use that either, and this is going to be a Suros one, or like the origin story archetype. More than likely, based on the frame, that's my best guess. So people probably gonna go with this guy, but we'll see. Will you finally show some love to Future War Cult? Probably, based on that weapon, if I had to wager a guess. Hotfix 1.1.1.3. Tuesday the 16th. Fully removed Christmas Stars Crunch seasonal content. Server maintenance at 8 Pacific. And maintenance around 2 my time. 12 Pacific time. Faction rally participation requirements. Characters can participate in faction rallies even if the following requirements. Level 20. Complete the Red War. Complete the faction rally introduction milestone. Pledge to one of 3 factions. Cool. At the end of faction rally's event, the faction is pledged to, yeah, same as every other time. Cool. So there's not a lot of stuff here then. Everything was in the dev side. You have a lot to digest. We have a lot to work on. We're going to keep you better informed about what is. Sorry, we're going to keep you better informed about what is we're up to. Bring you all in a. We are bring you all. Or bring you all in a lot. Goodness, we have in the past. So brace yourself for the possibility of changes. Thanks for helping shape these future updates with your inputs. Keep your feedback coming. Cool. So that just basically was like, hey, faction rallies next week. This is what the gear is, the update. Because everything is in the dev update or the dev projection. What's the actual name? Dev notes. Update. Okay. 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 Yeah, dude. I don't know. I'm excited. How do you guys feel? I'm curious. Are you happy? Are you sad? Huh? Fixing that grammar now? What's up, DMG? That just hurt my brain. Everything was fine up until then, but that last paragraph just was like rough to read. Happy. I'm happy we're getting some stuff sooner than later. We are bring you. Fuck this game. I'm sorry you feel that way, man. Go play something else. If this was the nail in the coffin for you, maybe I'll see you again someday on out in space. Till then, enjoy whatever you're gonna be playing, dude. Take a real wait and see approach. Talk is cheap. I mean, for sure. But I feel like these are things they are like this. Like for example. The 16th, they are actually updating the stuff. The 30th, they're bringing actual things, like... I agree that talk is cheap, but these are things they already have planned and dates for. So if they didn't deliver, I would have a much bigger problem at this point. You know? I would imagine there'll be ranked rewards. Bare minimum, it looks like there's an emblem that changes based on your rank. So you can dong waggle what your rank is in front of people. Show and express dominance. But it would be nice if folks who had something to shoot for that was unique to them. On that note, I sincerely hope that PvE content gets the same treatment. I would like something for PvE people to grind and achieve that is unique to them as well. Especially if the Crucible folks are going to get it. I absolutely think that PvE should have something similar in that regard. Not like a ranking system, but something that I play a lot, I work on something, and then I get something. That's what I hope that I get. But we'll wait. Shaders? Just, I don't know, man. Just something. But, you know, proof of my PvE achievements as well. For those who like to play that more than Crucible. You know? Powerful ray weapons. Oh, the thing is, it doesn't have to be powerful anything. It could just be purely cosmetic stuff. Like, I'm just disappointed that we still don't really have a way of distinguishing players' achievements. Like, yeah, there's, like, prestige armor and stuff like that, but... Like, prestige isn't super overwhelmingly difficult with a good fire team. It still is gonna, like, make you part of a smaller class of Guardians who has it. But it's fleeting. I want something that I can invest a large amount of time into and then show something because of it. That's something I've wanted for a long time at Destiny, and I hope eventually we get it. Especially now that like, the Crucible folks are getting it with ranks. You know, that'd be great. That would be, I guess, something that's a priority for me.